What's going on, guys? Bearded Vapor here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Sigelli 150 watt temperature control. Now, this mod is 150 watts. No need to say that there's not really a tank out there that can handle all 150. But this tank right here, the Tobacco Super Mini, handles it pretty good. I do believe so. Right now I have it set on 50 watts. That's what I usually vape on. Today I'm going to be reviewing the specs on this mod, the pros, the cons, all this and that. So let's get started. First of all, here's your menu screen. It's going to show your wattage, your battery percentage, your voltage, and your ohms, which is your resistance. The tank that I'm using now is bringing a resistance at 0.22. My wattage is set at 50 watts, and my volts are set at 3.3 volts. To get into the actual menu screen, you're going to want to push this button 5 times, and it's going to say system on or off. That's going to be your first button that shows up. To turn this off, you'll push the either plus or minus button, which I will do now. And now it says system off. To turn it back on, click it 5 times, right back on. Then we're going to click it 5 more times to get back into the menu. Now when you push this button, the fire button, it'll show you through the whole menu that it has. Right now it's showing system on, system off. I'm going to click the fire button. It's going to show power mode, exit, or temperature control mode. Temperature control mode will range anywhere from 240 to 600 degrees. And it will read titanium, nickel, and ceramic coils. It will take 2 18650 batteries in this compartment. The only con about this is that it is not a pass-through charger, so you will need to find a battery box to charge these with. The back simply comes off with magnets and also these 2 clips right here. When you slide it in, it'll just clip in just like that. But you can also rely on the magnets, pull it in, slap it right up in there. This is a 510 threaded coil, not a coil, tank, which you will see right there. And it is a spring-loaded fire pin. And here's your 510 threading. 510 threading. And it is copper plated. Now, your best bet is when you buy batteries for these, you're going to want to buy a battery pack charger. I have a battery pack charger I use. It doesn't usually take that long to charge. Anywhere from maybe an hour or so to charge on 2 amps. But if you're like me, then and you want to have a couple more batteries, it might take a little longer than that, using half an amp or 1 amp to charge. Another thing about this that really got me to want it is that it's temperature control. So to get into temperature control, you're gonna want to click that menu button 5 times, and you're gonna see power mode. You're gonna click that, and then you'll see joule mode. Now joules is just another name for temperature. So all you're going to have to do is click the fire button. It's going to show you Fahrenheit, Celsius, and that's it. So we're going to go into Fahrenheit. And the only way you'll be able to adjust the temperature is through this menu. So you're going to scroll up, scroll down. And I usually keep mine around 550 when I use temperature control. That's just like a bottom line for me. And then you're going to click the fire button again. It's going to say exit, you can push either the minus or the plus button or wattage up, wattage down button. It's going to bring you back to the screen. So right now, you're going to see that you are now in temperature control. You will see the joules on the top of the temperature that is set. You're going to see the volts and the ohms resistance still. But what this actually does is not the temperature is what gets adjusted, but it is the joules that get changed. Joules is like the increments between temperature. So if you're at about 550, the joules on here range around 0 to 100. So I usually keep it on 50 joules, which is because it's on 550 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature control, it's nice to have, but I kind of like wattage mode better than this. It seems to hit a lot smoother. So I'm just gonna back out of this. I will show you how temperature control hits, but I'm just gonna back out of this real quick. Remember 5 times to get into the menu, and then back into power mode, fire button, exit, and there it goes. So today I'll be hitting this on 50 watts, 3.3 volts, and I'll show you how it vapes. Pretty damn good cloud, I say so myself. The juice I'm using today is called Tutti Frutti by Generation Vapes Hollywood Edition. I don't know if any of you heard of that before, but it's pretty good stuff. It is a 15 milliliter bottle, and it is 0.6 nicotine, which is what I usually run mine on, and it's pretty good stuff. Also, I'm gonna show you about this tank. The tank that I'm running this mod on is a Tobacco Super Mini tank, 3.5 milliliter tank. It is a tri-coil sub tank, so that's pretty nice too. This tank is top fill, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna unscrew this top piece right here. This isn't a tip, a 510 tip. This is the whole tip right here that comes out. And then you're gonna fill her up right there through one of those 3 holes in the outside. The tip on this is 510 threaded, but there is no other way to put a tip on here because this is what seals it. It's got a little gasket right there, and that is what seals this tip, the flat part right here, onto the tank. And I'm going to tell you, this thing is a bitch to unscrew to get the coil out. Because once you tighten that tank down, it's going to take a lot of arm power to get that coil out of there. But I haven't had any trouble with it yet. Sometimes when you screw it back in the mod, with this tank, I don't know if it's with any other tank, but when I screw it back in, it takes a while for it to start reading again. And sometimes I have to unscrew it a little bit and screw it back in before it works again. See right there, it says check atomizer. All I do is just pull it, turn it out a little bit, and there it goes. Just tighten it right back up. And she's firing again. Now, back in temperature control mode, click it 5 times. And that's, again, scrolling through. And we're in power mode, temperature control, or joule mode. Fire button, Fahrenheit, 550, exit. And this is how it hits on 550 degrees, temperature control mode. Well, that was a little hit. Hold on. I didn't get a good enough drag on that. See, the joules is what really changes everything. Because it's not really changing the temperature at all. It's going by like 1 increment of temperature at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this up to 70 joules. And there it is, 70 joules. Try this out. And that makes a big difference in those. And right now I'm going to switch it back to wattage mode. And that is our review today. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe.